Alright, hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, today I wanted to do a review on the 1988 Series 5 Hogan, or Hogan, however you want to say it, 1988 Series 5 LJN figures. The more pricey Hogan, the more rare Hogan figures that came out, for the LJN series. Now, months ago, I got this figure, the Series 5, 1988 red shirt Hogan. And I did try to repaint this at one point, but for some odd reason, I don't know if it's the paint that I'm using, I don't know if it's just cheaper or what, but every time I go to repaint this figure and try to make him look good, it's just the paint job looks dark. Like, it's supposed to look kind of like a brightish red. It looks dark. Like, the paint looks kind of dark. The red paint. So, I just finally cleaned it off. I said, you know what? I cleaned it off, and maybe one day I'll try to get me some acrylic paint. I know when I go to actually repaint these figures, I use acrylic paint. But, so, and the paint that I used was not acrylic, so maybe when I went to go and repaint the figure, that's why, but, it just looked dirty, like, the paint, when I went to paint it, it just looked like there was, like, dirt stuck inside of him and stuff as I painted him, and it just looked bad. It's not like I was trying to be sloppy, or trying to rush it. Normally when I repaint these figures, I like to try to, take my time and do really well. And there has been a few of them that I have really painted up. There's been a few of them that I have really painted up and made look really well. But like Ultimate Warrior, for example, I painted him up and he looks pretty good. But I don't know. Maybe I need to get better better red paint. Just the red paint that I use, again, it's not acrylic. Normally I use acrylic paint for these. That's normally what I use is acrylic. I did not use acrylic when I painted this, so maybe that's why it looked freaking bad. But for now, I just ended up, basically, I ended up just for now washing all the paint off as best as I could. It even came off really easily, too. Like, it came off like there was no issue, like I didn't do 6 coats on it and let it dry overnight. It came off like it just got originally painted, and, like it was, like I'm back in 1988 and I just first time ever opened this up and started playing with it. So, but, and originally when I got it, it was like this, the paint was just like this when I originally got it. But, I tried to paint it up, make it look nice, and it just looks too dirty. It looks like, it has dirt all over him, that's not the case. I have washed this figure many times. But anyways, besides all that, I got Series 5 Hulk Hogan from 1988 red shirt. However, I will say the eyes and the mouth I repainted. The eyes, I even did a bad job on the eyes, I'm not gonna lie. But, then maybe I could redo the eyes. Maybe, because now that I look at the other one here, I'll talk about it in a second, I kind of know what the eye paint is, so maybe I'll actually go in there and maybe try to redo the eyes. I don't know. We'll see. But, so Series 5 red shirt Hogan, again, just a really, really bad paint job I did on this. Again, when I actually paint these, I try to do as best as I possibly can to make them look good. It's probably just cheap-ass paint that I bought. So, anyways, now we're getting into the goody goods. I have a pretty mint, I bought this today, I have a pretty mint Series 5 white shirt Hulk Hogan. Even has the full font. I don't even think the font for Hulkamania is really missing at all. This is like a really mint figure. I bought this at the comic book store earlier, Time Travelers. I don't know if you've seen the video, but I bought this earlier. from Time Travelers. But this is a really mint figure. Really mint. There's like just a little bit of paint missing for the boots, a little for the knee pads, a little bit for the hair, and then a tiny bit for the trunks. That's it. So, but in all reality, yeah, I have both figures, both Series 1988 LJN figures, white shirt Hogan and red shirt. Now these are out of the way for the collection. These I don't need these now. Yeah, I got them in the collection, so. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. That is red shirt, white shirt Hogan. And yes, the white shirt Hogan was a pretty pricey figure, but in all reality, in all reality, you're not gonna get, most of Series 5 for cheap. Especially Series 6. The last two series, you're gonna get them at least for $100 to $200 for Series 5. Series 6, you already know, $3,000 to $8,000 it seems for Series 6. Well, in reality, $300 to $500. But yeah, the only way how you're maybe get the Series 5 figure, especially the Hogans, for maybe $60 to $70 is if a lot of the paint's missing on them and their, paint job is pretty bad like this one. Then yeah, you might be able to get a Series 5 figure. Heck, I even ended up getting some of the other Series 5 figures for about like $50, $60, $70 because the paint job on them is like kind of rubbing off, and the actual skin tone, like the blue for Honky Tonk Man's coming through, the gray, for Slick, the black for $1 Million Man, the black for Bam Bam Bigelow, the black for One Man Gang, whole Series 5, so, yeah, it's, the only time you're gonna get them is if the actual rubber's coming through, like the black, blue, and if the paint job is kind of messed up. That's the only way how you're gonna get them for 60, 70, 80 bucks. So, but, yeah, wanting to get them in alright kind of condition, like the white shirt Hogan here, it's, you're gonna be paying a good $120 to $180. So it's just how it is. You ain't gonna be able to get them any cheaper. But besides all that, leave a like, comment, subscribe for more.